We need to we need to talk about what the hell KJP had on yesterday. This has to be addressed. What was this?
Okay, you're thinking Beetlejuice, but I'm thinking David Byrne from the Talking Heads.
Also David Byrne.
And you may ask yourself, why am I press secretary? He's that. You guys remember him? Yeah,
because of the bigness, but this is exactly the. I feel like
the Beetlejuice
this is the exact jacket, maybe,
or like Warren Beatty from what was the movie? What was the movie he did with Madonna, the 30s gangster? Who was he? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
Dick Tracy.
Yes.
She's very Dick Tracy, don't you think? Yeah, like
she
1930s gangster.
Ridiculous.
What is it? Like she is culturally appropriating so many people in this outfit. And you know what? It's triggering to me. And she needs to apologize to the American people for this outfit. She needs to have a formal apology because I'm upset by it. I know you guys are upset by it. And we need to hear one today. She needs to come out today, get on the stand and make a formal apology because this is not okay. It's not okay.
This is what she chose to wear after the announcement of her promotion.
Yep.
Like it's what?
Yeah. It's her I'm promoted outfit. And it's not okay.
It's not okay. It is triggering. It's upsetting.
Mm-hmm.
It's offensive on every level.
Every single level.
We've just got 2 clips to play of her. The first is very, very quick. So she's saying again, listen, no money has been diverted from FEMA to illegals. Here she is to try to convince you of that. Not very well.
Disaster relief, this is a falsehood. Disaster relief funds used on immigrants illegally in the U.S. The fact is, no money is being diverted from response needs. That's the fact.
What?
Except
that it is. It totally is.
For all the times that it was.
Right.
I mean, excluding those times, no money at all is being diverted.
Dick Tracy is lying.
Right.
Again.
Okay, now you need to buckle in for this next clip because this runs a little bit long. I tried to cut it and I couldn't. There was no cutting it. It was impossible to cut, you guys, because Peter Ducey, God love him, he wanted to fight her about this, and they got into it so hard that she ends up storming out. That's how serious this became, and that's why I could not cut a single second of it. Take a listen.
On this issue of funding, the administration has money to send to Lebanon without Congress coming back. But Congress does have to come back to approve money to send to people in North Carolina. Do I have that right?
Here's what I'm going to be very clear about. The president and the vice president has had a robust whole of government response to this. Hundreds of millions of dollars. I said it at the top, more than $200 million that we have directly put towards survivors here for disaster help. And that's because of this president's commitment to make sure that we are there for communities that are impacted. We take this very seriously again. We take this very seriously. And before the hurricane hit, we pre-positioned more than 1,500 federal folks on the ground to help. And so we have made sure that every state has gotten their storm requested emergency declaration. They requested it, and we made sure they received it. We've taken this very seriously. More than $200 million that we have provided to the impacted arears. But instead, people want to do disinformation, misinformation, which is dangerous. Because then when folks on the ground hear that, they may not want to ask for the help that they need. That is there for them. That's our focus here.
But President Biden is fond of saying, show me your budget and I will tell you what you value. If he's got money for people in Lebanon right now, without Congress having to come back, what does it say about his values? There's not enough money right now for people in North Carolina who need it. That's not misinformation.
Wait, no, that is your whole premise of the question is misinformation, sir.
Oh my
What you do? Yes,
Which
it's misinformation.
Is there money
I just mentioned.
right now?
I just mentioned to you that we provided more than $200 million to folks who are impacted in the area, and I just shared with you that people are deciding not to. People are deciding not to.
Letter to Congress that there's not enough money to help people.
We're
in North
talking
Carolina
about the SBA disaster loan.
That's
yes.
money for people in North Carolina.
And that's important, and people in North Carolina need that. Wait, this is nothing new. Peter, this is nothing new. Congress comes together, they provide money, millions of dollars, for disaster relief. We're asking them to do the job that they have been doing for some time.
From a letter that President Biden sent to Johnson, McConnell, Schumer, and Jeffries. The president's letter is not misinformation. Would you agree?
No, the way you're asking me the question is misinformation.
Oh
There's
my God.
money that we are allocating to the impacted areas, and there's money there to help people who truly need it. There are survivors who need the funding, and it's there.
That you don't like misinformation.
I said that. I actually said we have the money available to help survivors of Hurricane Helene and also Hurricane Milton. Now, there's going to be a shortfall, right? Because we don't know how bad Hurricane Milton is
Really?
going
Why
to
is
be.
there a shortfall?
And so we're going to need additional funding.
Why? Why?
What I just asked about, and you said
No.
misinformation. Yes.
What you're asking me is why Congress needs to come back and do their job. That's
Oh
what you're
my
asking
God.
me. Congress needs to come back and do their job and provide extra assistance, extra funding to disaster relief fund.
No,
that's what
biatch.
Congress needs to do, and
my
we're
God,
going
I'm
to
so
continue to
mad.
urge that.
I'm
You may not
so
want
mad.
that, but that's
I
okay.
can't.
That's what this president wants, and that's what the vice president wants. Thanks.
Can you even?
I can't. I cannot with this hag. I can't with this administration. I don't like your question, so it's misinformation.
Right. He's like quoting from a letter from Biden.
Right.
Oh my God.
And then she finally says at the end, we're going to have a shortfall. Why
He's
is
like,
that?
that's what I'm asking about.
Exactly.
That's literally my question.
That's the question. That's not misinformation. It's because you all have misallocated the funds. That's from us. Those are the funds that are from us. It's like she acts all benevolent as if they're the ones who are providing all the funds. That pisses me off. God, I hate it when they do that. I hate it when they're like, we've given you all this money. No, biatch, that's our money. That's our money that you're misallocating. You're giving it to Lebanon, and you're giving it to illegals, and you're giving it to Ukraine. You're giving it to everybody else, but the people who actually need it. That's our money.
My favorite is when she double says things, like she repeats certain phrases, and you can tell that that's where the biggest lies are occurring.
Totally. You're absolutely right.
It's a way of buying time, but also when she repeats stuff, that's when you know, wow, she really just told a doozy there. I mean, that's why you hear it so often. My God, she's awful. But the internet is not. And that is why it doesn't even matter what she's saying in this next clip. It makes no difference whatsoever.
And Palestinians can live securely side by side in a lasting peace with equal measures of safety, opportunity, and dignity.
Yeah. I
love people so much.
Another person that she got compared to was, I think his name in Big. Remember the little kid in Big at the very end that's wearing his dad's suit? Do you remember? And he's walking down the street in his dad's suit. I think his name is Josh Baskin or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's like Tom Hanks is wearing the suit and all of a sudden it's this little kid. She looks like the little kid wearing the freaking suit. What is it? Like, can you not even, if you're going to wear a man's suit, get one that fits, lady.